The thing I'm going to be talking about today is anger. And anger is a very hard thing to talk about because there's many forms of anger. But the two things I've seen in Scripture is wrath, and then there's anger. The other one doesn't get a good name. Just how it goes. Wrath is the sudden, flare up, like a match. Very match. And then anger itself is like throwing that match, wrath, into a slow smoker. And then it smokes. That's how it goes. And once you throw it into that slow smoker, it just develops over time and develops, and then, well, either got some really good meat or some really bad anger, whichever one. Yeah. And the first verse I was going to be talking about would be Philippians 4:26. Ephesians. I'll give you a second. I know turning to the Bible is very tough nowadays. And the first part I was going to be looking at, it would be the first part of the verse. Be angry, but do not sin. And I was like, well, how do you do that? It's really hard. But I was like, then I looked up, I was like, be angry with a cause. If you don't have a cause to be angry at someone, why are you angry at them in the first place? And then you always got to have, you can be angry, but you always have to have forgiveness coming up to basically control the anger. And then the second part of that verse, let the sun set not on your anger, or wrath. My mom and dad always never went to bed when they were angry. It's probably because they couldn't sleep, but yes. They always worked it out, and most of the time they just started doing finance stuff, but that's besides the point. And then the second point I was going to make was from James. James 1:19. And let every man be swift to hear. Hear your person out. Don't just jump to anger. Wrath. Don't jump to that. Hear him out. Make sure you have a good cause of being angry. And then the second verse, be slow to speak. Still, hear them out. You always need to hear your person you're angry at. If you don't have a reason, why are you going to be angry at them? There's no point. And be slow to wrath. Just slow. Easy. It's not that hard. And then I would say wrath would be one of the hardest, wrath and anger, because they're kind of the same thing. But wrath and anger are one of the hardest emotions to work out, because you have people, you have situations, everything. And depending on the situation, it can get way out of hand really quickly. And it can be very hard. That's all I got.
Amen.
I told you never need to bring your lunch.
Good job. Turn your mic on.